From our people on the scene, we're told that the box was still attached, and I think that conflicts with what we maybe had heard earlier. Yes, the brother's been questioned, the parents have been questioned, some of the neighbors have been questioned. One of the neighbors reports seeing it when it took off that it tilted, and I don't know if that could perhaps due to a weight shift or something in the box, but everybody's been interviewed, everybody's been cooperative, and again, in these kind of situations, frequently, you find a kid hiding someplace, and that would be the best case scenario, but we've searched the house, we've searched the neighborhood, and we haven't had any positive results.
And is the brother older or younger?
The brother's a little bit older. I don't have his exact age.
But he's considered a credible witness.
He is, yes.
And that's the older
He's been
brother?
located, guys. He's been located.
He's been located?
They were just he may want to come up to speed.
Just got a page.
Larimer County. We're watching live right now, and as the sheriff was speaking, someone in the background said he's been located. He's been located.
All right, here we go.
Live, he's at the house. So all of the reports that we had earlier, unfortunately, misinformation.
Where was he?
I don't know.
He's alive. He's at the house.
We just got the page from somebody on the scene that he's at the house and he's been located.
Confirmed.
Just a coincidence.
Did he ever take off in the balloon? We just don't know if he took off.
I don't know. They just read the page to me that he's at the house and he's fine, and that's all the information I have.
You know if he was ever in the basket?
I don't know.
We're gonna have to find those things out.
I said the page. You just heard the page come across the same time I did, so that's all the information I have I can release. I don't know.
Taking a lot of questions there, as you can imagine. There's not very much information. All he has is a page that says the little boy's been found at the house and that he's alive. That is great news.
That is Sheriff Jim Alderton, certainly jubilant, as so many people are in Larimer County right now, certainly all over the state, because I think people were just captivated by this little boy today, thinking, how is it possible that a little 6-year-old could have gotten onto an aircraft like that and then carried, some 50 miles and near 30 degrees temperature, and wondering how is that even possible and what his state of mind would be. But we are so happy to report to you that he is home.
That's the information.
And that's all we know at this moment.
Kristen Ayers is there, and of course she'll be getting the information for us and bringing us a live report in just a little bit. This has been quite an afternoon, certainly for the parents, for the number of searches. Tyler Lopez is standing by now in Weld County, where some of the searchers have been working. Tyler?
We're going to give you a view from the ground if we can. As you look off to the west, you can see vast expanses of farmland here. That's the kind of area these helicopters have been flying in for so long. It's the kind of search that's easily done from the air, certainly best done from the air. We've driven to Keensburg, we've driven to Hudson. We are now just to the east of Platteville as we look this direction. And residents tell us they just recently got a phone call from the Weld County Sheriff's Department. They tell us they were very ready to do what they could to try to make sure this little boy was okay, which would include looking for him, all the while hoping for the best.
All right, Tyler, thanks very much. Of course, we do have word that he's been found safe.
And we do have Kristen Ayers, 7 News reporter Kristen Ayers, has been outside of the family home all afternoon, and I think, and Kristen has been telling us that she's been speaking with Falcon's friends, speaking with neighbors, and everyone just with this high anxiety, anticipating what could be the situation with this little boy who has now been safely found at home. So we are waiting to get that to you, because she's there, and I'm sure they're all very excited.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are. They've certainly been talking to all of the neighbors there. We know that there were reverse 911 calls that went out through that area. They began kind of fanning out from where the house was located and where that balloon had been tethered this morning. Okay, the sheriff is back on camera right now, and I gather he's getting more information than he had just a minute ago. All he got was a page a moment ago that the boy was found at the house. Perhaps he can fill in some more details for us now.
This is Sheriff Jim Alderton, so let's listen in.
Talk to the investigator on scene, Investigator Robert Heffernan. Apparently the boy's been there the whole time. He's been hiding in a box, cardboard box, in the attic above the garage. We don't know why, but it's not unusual. Sometimes when we have these missing children case, that they see all the commotion. You know, they hear people looking for him. They get afraid that they're going to be in trouble, so they hide. I don't know if that's the fact, but you know, the fact that he was found in a box in the attic, in the garage, rather suggests that. But I guess the good news is that he's fine.
But his parents didn't know where he was this whole time.
No, they were besides themselves with worry, and it was real obvious from their demeanor early on that they thought he was in the balloon. And
had you guys searched the attic when you?
I know they searched the house twice. I can't tell you how. Obviously, they didn't search it thoroughly enough.
Did you say he was in the attic?
He was in the attic in the garage in a box.
Sleeping, trying.
I don't know. You know, that's all the information I have.
What was said about them seeing him in this crawl into the box attached to the balloon beforehand? Do you believe that they were telling the truth when they gave those statements?
Well, again, that was a 7 or 9-year-old boy that told us that, but that's what he said, is that he saw his brother climb into that apparatus, and he was very adamant. They interviewed him multiple times, and that was his consistent story.
So we're not part of a reality TV show.
I'll leave you that conjecture on your part, but I understand what you're saying.
Sheriff, will you be interviewing? Will you be interviewing Falcon separately from his parents?
I'm sure that the investigators will be interviewing him and finding out what occurred. Sure.